Hey everyone, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more Crusader Kings 3, a Game of Thrones mod here today on the channel. We're right back in the thick of it, playing as Robert Hardyng-Baratheon, the heir of a new dynasty. He's in his 60s now, and he's continuing his war in the Reach 363 after Aegon's conquest. So, like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Alright, so he's recently inherited the throne after his mother. Well, we've taken control of him for the first time. He has a massive army in the Reach. However, we've had to ask the Iron Bank for a loan to have these units operate in the field. The Iron Throne is very poor at the moment. So, Robert Hardyng-Baratheon, son of Maya Stone, daughter of Robert Baratheon. Robert is the son of Harold Hardyng. Okay, so Highgarden has been taken. House Tyrell's armies have been mostly decimated. They do come back a little bit, but we've taken Old Town. We're just going around here now to try and take as much key strategic territory as we can. So far in this series, playing as House Hardyng, we've risen it up to a it started off as an irrelevant house, really. Small minor one with a small Arryn claim in the mountain and in the Vale. We rose to Lord Paramount of the Eyrie, declared our kingship, took Harrenhal and Riverrun, tried to go north against the Boltons, lost for whatever reason. The Northerners are quite happy with Bolton rule. Tommen was overthrown. Aegon thrown back too. And then Robert sat the Iron Throne with the Reach, Dorne, the Iron Islands, and the Stormlands going back to the kings of rivers and hills. That time period being ruled by kings. We'll try and pay as much of it off as we can. Most of the army has been like crushed now. We lost 70,000 here in this battle for the Reach. It's taking a long time to conquer it. We've taken Old Town, Highgarden, crushed the army, and we're at an 89th percentile. They're still doing quite well. We've managed to breed into a lot of royal houses because once we make them bend the knee, because they refused. One of my granddaughters is actually married to the heir. Let's try and get some more troops here where we can. So House Corgyle is there. Does that mean we have to go down to Dorne? Is that what's happening? Because we've got him to like 93% towards capitulation. Do we have to go into Dorne potentially? I'm not entirely sure. But we're in a dream of spring now. The scenario. Yeah, so Sandstone is standing with them. House Corgyle. There's also been like 3 generations of Tyrell kings, which is interesting. But we are going to make a massive ton of money from this war in the Reach because we're just taking so many political prisoners. We should be able to ransom them all and pay it to retake Harrenhal. Yeah, let's go down to Sandstone then. See if that makes a difference. Because they are fully allied with the Tyrell. Or maybe they just oppose us. I'm not entirely sure. Alright, so 20,000 are going to go down into Dorne. Maybe we just straight up assault it. We'll lose a couple thousand. But if we can get this war done, it might just work. No, okay. So that didn't do anything there. Okay. Weird. We'll try and take some more, but then we shall see if it makes a difference. No. Alright. Still taking more key valuable characters though. Alright, it's just because when we fought this war in the Stormlands, it was a lot different. Well, I guess we're just getting more political guests, you could call it. Right, yeah, so we've still got one of Stannis's children. A Child's Dream No, not yet. I don't want any of my children joining the King's Guard just yet. It will gain the house a lot of renown and notoriety. Jeez, there's a massive amount there. We've actually lost like 90% of the army in this fight. We just need to take another couple keeps here, and we should have it done. But this war against House Tyrell in the Reach has been bloody and costly for the Iron Throne. Oh my god, we just need one more castle. Because even the Queen of the Reach at the moment is my niece, technically, of House Tarth. Come on. Let's just push this here. Ooh. Okay, so we've now gained a bit of rival. But Robert is a little bit more diplomatic than his forebear. And they're finally capitulated. Crikey, let's take Bethany and enforce demands. So House Tyrell has been subdued and subjugated. King Robert with his Tyrell wife at 55. Lord Devon has bent the knee. So, yeah, so Samwell's my relation. And even again. Okay, so we've got some points to give out there. Vassal opinion, close family opinion's probably not a bad idea. For the old wise king. Okay, let's go through here and ransom so many of these characters. My god. And we'll pardon the rest too. And then we'll slowly but surely wait for our men-at-arms, our troops and militia and levies to rally back up. And we'll look to try and take Dorne and then eventually the Iron Islands. As House Dorne is ruled by a half Lannister. Tyrion's son rules down in Dorne, which is hilarious. Prestige is still pretty high though. Same with piety. We can create the Kingdom of the Mountain and the Vale, but we've already done that, so I think that's just sort of bugged now that it's sitting there annoyingly. Okay, the Legacy of the Conqueror, okay. And then there's more ransoms being accepted. So we've already ballooned to like a couple thousand here now. He's demanded a trial by combat of House Peak. Targaryen loyalists, I suppose. Do we allow him? Sure. Who should fight? I could get... Can I get myself? Hearth Rook. Let's have a Kingsguard battle. Oh, well. Some random got taken out. Yeah, so Ronald, like, ran away with the lowborn. That's so annoying. And then she married into House Fell. Because Stannis only had 2 daughters. He could have set up a proper line. Married Alice. And then, well, yeah, technically, the future heirs to the Ironborn will be half lowborn. That's so annoying. It's because we didn't have him under our control, Robert. He's kind of being like the old wise king Jaehaerys, who had troubles with his children, I suppose. Yeah, so even now, he's not even in King's Landing, Ronald. He's out running amok. 40. Yeah, unfortunately, these future kings after Harold and Maya don't seem to be that kingly. Maybe through the female line might be better. I guess, yeah, so Andrew Hardyng is 13. Jasper, one of my sons too. Interesting. 91 living members. If we can break 100, that'd be massive. So we're going to continue to build and repair Harrenhal. That's always fun to do. Especially when you control it. Thanks to Peter Baelish. Here's the Greyjoy line too. And we've even got a cadet branch here. So, marrying into Hightower. So even those Greyjoys, we're going to try and make them Hardings. Or have Hardyng last names. Because those traits are quite useful. So, we've got the Quellen cadet branch. Eldest son of Euron, should have inherited the Iron Islands in my opinion, but unfortunately he was outcast by his younger brother, losing the King's Moot. So we could use his claim, but we're actually going to go into the Iron Islands now and bring it under Iron Throne control. Bobby B and the Knights of Westeros once again back in the Iron Islands dealing with the Greyjoy Rebellion. Alright, let's land in Pike. Let's move over from where House Westerling resides in the Crag. And we could even seat that Greyjoy cadet line, which is ruling from Riverrun at the moment. But thankfully we don't have to conquer the Westerlands, as Tommen's descendants don't claim to be free and independent kings of the Rock. Same with the Tully Freys in Riverrun. Alright, so we've won the first initial battle, and we've managed to intercept them again as we look to push towards Pike. Now Pike can be a little bit difficult to take, as it's an island and the pathfinding can be a little bit weird. So let's try and take it and then bring the Greyjoys to heel. The Greyjoys, love for the sea, navigating, archery, lovemaking, and failed rebellions. Favourite quote from Maester Luwin. Seems like the old nice teacher Maester in the show. A little bit more devious in the books. There is some theories that it was Maester Luwin who ultimately got Jon Snow sent to the wall. I guess it was a contributing factor, but I still think Jon wanted to join. But he was the really one that told Ned in the end, I think, from what I remember in the books. He was the one saying, yeah, Benjen's on board. Man, I wish I could see that original Game of Thrones pilot, crikey. You still see in that first original episode, like, some of the shots from it, like Ned's hair is, like, dyed dark. The Hound and his crazy looking wig. Same with Tyrion's hair, looks a little bit goofy. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so we've won, and we're going to be able to take a Greyjoy hostage. So I should always do that. Alright. Because we can use them as political prisoners. Nicely done. Another ward, as it were. Okay, winning a bunch of countless victories. Perfect. Outliving child. Oh no, the 7. Ronald, heir to the Iron Throne, is no more. How did he die? He died in his sleep. To be fair, he was gallivanting around. He didn't want to be king, though, that's the thing. So, Andrew Hardyng, his son, who is out in the middle of nowhere, married to a red fort. I am going to invite him to court. Like, we have to invite him to court. So, we're going to tell him to break the betrothal with the red fort wall, and we can find a better candidate for him. So, Harold Hardyng. Actually, look, you know what we could do? We do have Solana, who's been raised at court. And she is of Stannis' Baratheon line. So we could marry those two together. Combine the Stannis and Robert claim. They are distant cousins now. Yeah, and that'll make Beren the Storm King happy. Yeah. She's a good match, I think. And, yeah, that's such a shame that he's now gone. But he's of, not really noble birth. Okay, so this cadet branch is still growing. We've still got a bunch of grandchildren to marry off. 92 living members. And then we've got the extended family here. The Hightower line. Oh, Lady Alicent, married to a Martell. Interesting. So she rules from Old Town. Still ruling from Harrenhal, still ruling from Tarth, technically, too. Very, very interesting how big House Hardyng is. Alright, well, stay tuned for episode 3 coming out tomorrow, but we lost our heir to the Iron Throne, although he probably would have got skipped anyway. I don't think the king would. The king probably, if I could disinherit him, I would. But now it looks like Andrew Hardyng is gonna take the throne, so it's gonna be a young boy king, because the king is still currently owned, but setting up a really strong match with Stannis's great-granddaughter is probably not a bad idea. But anyway, guys, stay tuned for episode 3 coming out tomorrow, and we've still got to deal with Dawn. Taking that is always easier said than done. But yeah, like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Let me know in the comments, feedback and suggestions. I'll see you in the next one.